Hello everybody, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. This is the final one from Lengthwise that Leandro sent me. This is their Zeus Imperial Ale. And this is a 9.7%er. This is a great big beer. And it does have a bottling on date of 04/29/14. So pretty fresh beer here. The IBUs are not listed on the labels. And I kind of wish they would do that. Especially on the hoppy beers like their IPAs, so we kind of know how much bitterness is in there, whether it's a 50 or a 60 or 100 IBUs, to let us know what the bitterness in there. But they got the date on there, and it's written on the label, and nothing digitized or in black on a brown bottle, which is virtually impossible to see when the beer is in there, especially when it's chilled like this one is, and you just can't read it. They take the time to put it on the label, so thumbs up to those guys at Lengthwise for stepping up to the plate and doing it the right way. Something you don't have to have a magnifying glass to read or some code to decipher. That's a good deal. That's a good deal for them. It's a good deal for us. It's a win-win situation, guys. So I'm impressed with what I've had from them the last 2 days. We've done the other two that Leandro sent, and they were both A beers in my opinion. I mean, it wasn't a 10, but it was an A beer. Very well made beers. Very pleasant to drink. I enjoyed both of them, so I'm hopefully this will be just as good. So we're about to find out, so let's get on with this one. Like I said, it's 9.7% on the label here, so it's almost 10%er. The commercial description on this beer, it does not have one. And it says right here they use 100% Citra hop. That's a good thing. I love Citra hop. I've used it one time. Fred DeBide in Florida Barracks sent me 3 ounces of that, and I brewed a beer with it, and it was very citrusy, orangey, tangerine-y. I loved it. I loved it. I cannot get Citra hops here unless I order them. The home brewing stores here do not carry Citra hops. So another reason why I want to do my own thing. And I've told y'all that before, and that's still a possibility. I have a friend of mine that's interested in going in with me and opening up a craft beer and a home brewing supply store. So we're in the process of looking for a location that's not going to cost us 2 arms and 2 legs. Don't want to have to pay a massive amount of rent or be in a high rent district where you got to mark up the beers when nobody wants to buy them, or everybody thinks that they're pricey, or Kroger's is outselling us because of the volume that store does. But we're going to see. We're investigating it right now and see how much it's going to take for both of us to go in together and open up something like that. Kind of wanted to do it on myself, that way I can get all the money, but it helps having a partner sometimes, so it doesn't cost as much up front to do that, especially when you got to wait 2 months to get your ABC license, and your home brewing supplies are going to have to support that. So we're still investigating, guys. So come fall time, I'm not going to do anything to probably at least I get back from a trip around September or October, so we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. Alright, let's get on with this one. This one, like I said, Lengthwise. Been impressed with the first 2 that Leandro sent to me. I'm hoping this is going to be just as good. So the food pairings for this is your typical IPAs, cuisine. They're saying barbecue here, and the cheeses are peppery. Pepper jack, Monterey, sharp blue, cheddar. Your more pungent cheeses go well with this. Meat is game, grilled meat, and salmon. But like I keep telling you guys, whatever you like to eat and drink together is entirely up to you. So those are just suggestions, so do what you like. And I always say, go for it. Do it. If you like it, that's the only thing that counts. It's the only thing that matters. Glassware snifter tulip oversized wine glass. I am going to use a double glass for this one. And it says can be cellared for long periods under proper conditions. I would disagree with that. Unless it's a boozy beer, you want to drink your IPAs and even the double IPAs as fresh as possible. And this one being under 2 weeks old, it ought to be pretty damn tasty. So I'm looking forward to it. It still doesn't have any IBUs listed anywhere for this beer, and I don't go to the site usually, and I haven't done it with these guys either. There's nothing written as far as IBUs go. So without further ado, let's get this one popped and cracked and into glass and in my belly, and see if this one is worthy too. Let's go down the center on this one. The other two haven't been producing a big head. I kind of doubt this one will either. I'll leave enough of that half there for the other half and see what she thinks about it. Over into the light, yeah, it's pretty clear. I mean, and it is a darker amber, almost to the copper color. Not quite as dark as a red ale, but it is a little darker than the other IPA. Looks pretty good. I can't see the bulb through it. And it does have a few bubbles streaming up. But they're not over-carbonated. Even with that aggressive pour, we didn't get 3 or 4 fingers of head. So, to me, that's a good thing, especially when I'm trying to review the beer. Looks good in the glass. Let's get a nose on it. Oh yeah, it smells wonderful. I mean, the tropical fruit notes in this beer is awesome. Very citrusy, tangerine, lemon peel even, or orange peel. Mangoes, apricots, pears, apples. I love Citra hops. Boy, that really, really brings an IPA to life, in my opinion. Wow, it's got a wonderful aroma. I'm not getting a big boozy smell either. But I got a feeling you're going to be able to tell it's a big beer by drinking it. So. Wonderful aroma, guys. Leandro, thanks again, buddy. I do appreciate it, brother. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh yeah, this is a very well made beer. Almost 10%, which is what Bell's Hop Slam is. This is not as boozy as a Hop Slam in my opinion. And I'm a big Bell's fan. I really like what they do. Bell's Two Hearted Ale is my favorite go-to beer. I like that sweetness it has up front. This one is not quite as sweet, but it is a sweet on the front end, but it's got more bitterness than the Bell's does on the back end. Of course, if you're making a 10% IPA, you got to balance that out. I mean, it can be over sweet or it could be over bitter. Depends on what hops you're using and the amount of hops that you're using. Wow, this is very tasty. I believe they got this one dialed in. This one might be even a little better than the other two. I'm surprised. Usually once you get into the bigger ABVs, they tend to be a little more boozier or whatever, as opposed to make a 6.5% like the IPA was. But this being their Imperial IPA, it's pretty damn tasty. Wow. Leandro, I'm very appreciative of the 3 beers you sent from Lengthwise. Very tasty beers. I'm pretty sure this is in the A category. I'm not sure it's going to get the 8, 9, or 10 yet, because we're going to sip on it for a little while and share the other half with her and see where we come back. It's already leaving a very nice lacing on the glass. I like it. I'm a hothead, so I like most of these, unless it's a bad beer or not a well-made beer. I usually like most of them. They usually get somewhere between a B- and a 10, which would be the a 10 beer. But this one tastes pretty good. I would definitely buy this again if I could get my hands on it. So let's sip on it, let it warm up a little bit, and we'll come back and do the final chug on this one. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on this one for close to an hour now. My personal opinion, I think this is the best one of the 3. Very well made beer. Super hot presence on this one, being as fresh as it is. It's just barely 2 weeks old. Not quite 2 weeks old. Wow. The alcohol is basically the same as it was when it was right out of the fridge. almost a 10%er. Very floral, grapefruit, pineapple, mango, pears, apples, apricots. Very pleasant to drink. Final chug. Wow. Delicious, guys. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. It is awesome. It is very delicious. Leandro, thanks a bunch, buddy, for sending those to me. I can see why you like these beers, and you probably drink quite a few of them, being as close to the brewery as you are. I would too, if I could get my hands on them, especially this one right here. I'm pleasantly surprised with this and how tasty it is. So let's go see what everybody else thinks. We'll go over to Rate Beer, and they said no score, not enough for your ratings to give them a score. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 on this one. And the last one was of April of this year. So more people have had this particular one than the other 2 that we reviewed yesterday and the day before. So that's a good thing, I guess. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 92 in their outstanding range. I agree, it is an outstanding beer. It's very pleasant, very easy drinking for an almost 10%er. So this is a sipper now, not a gulper. This one will get you in trouble if you drink a couple of them real quick by yourself. So it's a 22 ouncer, definitely a big enough bottle where you can share it if you so choose. But I enjoyed this one. I thought it was the best of the 3. So 9 out of 10 is what I get on this one, guys. I liked it. Thanks again, Leandro. If you've had this one, this is their Zeus Imperial IPA. Give me some comments back on this one, whether you liked it or didn't like it. I did like it. Almost loved it. Almost enough to give it a 10, but not quite. Almost there. Kicking on the door, but not quite in the door yet. Alright, guys. Hit that like button, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. Maybe we'll get us another 8 beer. Put my fingers crossed. See you then.